You're about to design your YouTube thumbnail. You've watched some tutorials, found some inspiration, and you're ready to go. But then you open the design tool and think, what layout do I use? How do I remove the background? Will this even look good? Suddenly you're stuck again. And if you're just copying what other creators are doing, chances are you're copying something that you don't understand. Well, you don't need to waste another moment second guessing, because in this video, I'm partnering with Adobe Express to show you exactly how to create a thumbnail that looks good, gets the click, and takes way less time than you think. Check out the link in the pinned comment to try Adobe Express for free and design along. Starting from scratch is where most thumbnails go wrong. Think of the last time you opened a blank canvas and stared at it for 20 minutes, dragging stuff around without making any progress. Without a strong layout, even good photos and text can look messy or unprofessional. That's why using a pre-designed template is such a game changer. In Adobe Express, from the home page, we're going to select the plus button, and then we're going to search for YouTube thumbnail. You'll be able to browse the templates, and there are thousands of options. These aren't just pre-designs either. They're structured to work even when shrunk down on mobile. So look for designs with a big title area, a clean spot for your face, and a background you mostly like. You can swap out the background, you can change the colors, fonts, and swap out images later. Pick a few templates that you like. They'll come in handy when you split test later. For example, I chose this layout that already looks quite clickable. That way I'm not starting from scratch, I'm just adjusting it to match my style. Once you've picked your template, it's time to add the star of the show. Your face. Your face is usually the most important part of your thumbnail, so you want it to stand out. In Adobe Express, you can upload your photo. So we're going to go to your stuff and upload from device to select your image. Then we're going to add it to the page. Once your image is uploaded and selected, we can go to remove background. And in one click, it does all of the hard part for you. If you feel that your image looks a little dull or dark and you want to adjust it, simply select the image once again, go to adjust, and then you can play with the brightness of it, the highlights, the shadows, the saturation, and all of these different settings to get it to the look that you want. If you want that white glow effect that lots of thumbnails have, we're going to select the image again. We're going to go to effects. And then in the shadow section here, I'm going to choose one of the shadows. I'm going to choose glow. And then in custom, I'm able to choose the color that the glow is. In this case, I've left it as white, but you can choose whichever color that you want. And then I'm also able to play with the settings like the blur and just turn the dials up and down to configure it to how I want it to appear. You can also play with other things like the tone. So just above it, I've got lots of different duotones that I can play with, and these are pre-configured, so you can play around with the look to see if it's something that stands out and kind of suits your vibe. They can really make your thumbnail stand out, so it's worth trying out. And with a few tweaks, my photo now looks quite interesting. It's crisp, the background is removed, and looks like it can actually belong on the YouTube homepage. Once you've got your photo looking great, let's make your message just as clear. Your YouTube thumbnail text isn't about writing your life story. Like for a video, I could write something like, watch me create a full brand identity from scratch using AI and show you every single step. And it's true, but it would be totally unreadable. Text is there to spark curiosity and give clarity fast. We're going to select your existing text from the template. Then you can choose the fonts. You'll notice that they have recommended fonts here, and it will also give you a preview of what that font looks like in these different font styles, which is very, very useful. To add more text, you simply select the text button here from the sidebar and select add your text. And from here, you can see the text block here, and you can change the colors from the sidebar here to suit whatever colors you want. You can also, once again, change the fonts, the sizes, and the styling from the toolbar just to suit whatever vibe you're going for. One of my favorite text features is to use generate text effects. And you can access it by going to generative AI and then choosing text effects. Select generate text effect, and you can see that it's placed text on your screen there. And then you describe what you want the text to look like. I'm going to get it to design it in a burger style for fun. And then select generate. And it's magic. and it's generated a couple of options for me. And you can also choose from any of the inspirations here, which are pre-made styles to automatically apply it to your text. As a rule for thumbnails, you also want to choose bold, large fonts. Aim for 3 to 5 words max. Avoid cursive text because it's hard to read. If your viewer can't read it on their phone, it's just not working. Now that the text grabs attention, you need just a little more visual magic to seal the click. We want your thumbnail to feel designed, not just decorated. We're going to go to Elements, and from here you can add images, illustrations, shapes, and icons, you name it. You can use the search bar here and type in what you want, or you can just scroll and select the element that way. But one of the best ways to add images to exactly suit what you want is to use some AI magic with Generate Image. So once again, we're going to go to Generative AI. We're going to go to Image. Then we're going to select Generate Image. We're going to choose the image size. I'm going to choose a model here, and I'm going to choose Gemini 2.5 Flash, also known as Nano Banana. I've uploaded the reference image of myself, and I'm going to prompt it to generate an image of me sitting at a cafe and select Generate. And it's created a pretty consistent image of me, and you can use this to add yourself in different scenarios or environments, which is perfect for YouTube thumbnails. And Adobe Express will generate several options, and you can choose the best one that suits your design. Everything stays on brand and really high quality. With everything looking great, it's time to see how it holds up when it really matters at thumbnail size. One of the most common thumbnail mistakes is designing without ever checking how it actually looks when it's small. Over 50% of YouTube viewers watch YouTube from a mobile device, so it's important that the thumbnail works on small screens. We're going to use a free site called thumbsup.tv. You don't even need to sign up for an account. So from here, you can upload your thumbnail design here, and then you can see the different views for the homepage, sidebar, the channel, and the history. Check here if your face is still visible. Check if the text is easy to read and does it look too cluttered when it's small. So this is your chance to preview what it would look like before you've uploaded it to YouTube. You can then go back to Adobe Express and modify the text so that it's more or less text so that it looks good when it's small. Once you're happy with your design in Adobe Express, you simply select download, and you can select the file format to be PNG or JPEG for the file format and select download. But don't just upload and hope for the best. Test to see which thumbnail actually performs better. YouTube now allows you to upload multiple thumbnails and to run a test to see which one performs best. You can see here that I tested 3 different thumbnail designs, and the top one here performed the best at 38%, with the highest share of the video's watch time. To test your YouTube thumbnails, after you've uploaded your video to YouTube, under the title section here, we want to select A/B testing. And then here you can choose between testing the thumbnail only or the thumbnail and title, and you can upload your images here and you get to test 3 at a time. Then you can come back to the video and select the A/B testing again, and you're able to set the option for the thumbnail that you'd like based on the test results, or you can also run a new test and it will disregard, and you can test a new bunch of thumbnail images if you want. Once you set the option, it will become the visible option for all viewers. Now that you know how to design stunning thumbnails with Adobe Express, what if you could create everything else? Social posts, promos, even comic strips using just a few AI prompts. Watch the next video to unlock Adobe's most powerful AI tools, including one that gave me a virtual makeover and saved me hours of editing time.